You know what actually worries me about you opening a shop is there's going to be a lot of people who will be gunning for it not to succeed.
That's it then, isn't it?
So everything you do on every level...
Might as well go home now.
But it's time to put my money where my mouth is.
To rent this space on Oxford Street would cost you in excess of £750,000.
When is she moving in?
I can't believe I have gone back 50 years. House of Fraser, they're a little bit prim and proper. I had to make the breast less breast-like.
I think her judgment on a few things is not quite right.
The French women, they're the biggest purchasers of dildos.
I'll keep them in a drawer in the warehouse.
Oh, no!
And with all my years of experience, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh, she was nearing 60, to be honest.
50, Let's launch a new brand and be the bestseller in the store in a recession. Yeah, was I exasperated? Yeah, I am exasperated. I actually, too, am allowed to be a bit upset. John promised me all of this.
No, we said for the launch.
No way! God, I'm getting ridiculous. If this doesn't work, I'll be out.
Should go from the Queenie shops to the not even the Princess shops fairly quickly.
'51 on Wednesday, and I don't want to look like a whore or a granny. I'm 50. I feel that inner confidence. I feel modern. I feel sexy. That's something that I want reflected in the high street.
But it's not.
So this is it. It's just as pared down as you can get. And it's also coordinated to an inch of its life. You know, cream and beige and cream. And also you could put a bit more cream in if you wanted.
But the alternative is to dress like a teenager.
You have to run in somewhere like this to feel fashionable, pretending that you're buying for your 15-year-old daughter. And I don't want to do that either.
They've got to be kidding. This is not my view of how grown-up women want to dress.
Let's break this down, OK? Kristen Scott Thomas is my age. So chic. Simple, classic, beautiful cut pieces, OK? Julianne Moore, look how beautiful she looks. What's she now, in her early 50s? Just absolutely stunning. Look at Kate Blanchett, right? What age is she now? 42. Taking a classic jacket, she's unbuttoned right down to there to show a bit of décolletage. And it's about the codes of beautiful classic dressing. That's something that I want reflected in my own shop. A wonderful kind of spiritual home for women, where you can go and feel confident that every piece that I have chosen has been edited with you in mind. Not some teenager, with you in mind. I know who I want. Peter, Richard knows he's meant to be looking at it.
Jewellery.
Yeah, jewellery's no problem, yeah.
So, after years of telling other people how to run their shops, I've decided to launch my own.
I've had in my head, probably now for about 5 or 6 years, that I would love to open a shop. I've got very excited because I think there's a gap in the market. And the gap in the market is for women like me.
You know what actually worries me about you opening a shop? You will be criticised on every level because the fashion press will criticise your product. The tabloids and the newspapers will criticise your shop, and the consumers will criticise your service.
That's it then, isn't it?
So everything you do on every level...
Might as well go home now.
...will be criticised.
But I think the risk is worth taking, in spite of this recession.
If I tried to create this, I probably would be in some small, slightly off-piste shop. And that's not going to make a difference. I'm not going to get out to these women. So what I would love to do is to partner with some big retail chain who's got these women coming to them and saying, I know you've got the audience, but I want to show them something different.
I know this is what women want, and I want to get it on the high street as soon as I can.
Who are the mid-market, middle-aged retailers? It's got to be Marks and Spencer's.
John Lewis.
John Lewis. We need to contact them. It's Mary Portas. I am
looking to start my own shop. And I'm doing this at a market that I think at high street prices is being ignored to an extent, and it's the 40-plus market.
Ronnie, it's Peter Cross. I don't know if you remember, I spoke to you last week regarding Mary Portas.
I do find it completely astounding that I write to the chief executive of Marks and Spencer's, lovely note, nothing. I mean, is it me, or am I just, you know, chewing gum on the bottom of the man's shoe? Can you just ring his PA, Peter, and just say, did Mark Bolland receive the email from Mary?
After months of phone bashing, I finally get a break.
I've got this great idea, and I know that this will work. And I just want someone who says, I get this, you know, and you don't have to prostitute yourself on the floor for it. Although, I might.
I've got a meeting with one of the most respected names in high-end fashion.
Hi, Harold.
Hi.
Thanks for seeing me. I'm good. I'm just looking at all the history. It's just so steeped in it, isn't it?
It's amazing. 125 years, I mean...
It's just a stunning brand.
Word has it you want to become a retailer.
Word has it. I've been feeling quite passionately for a couple of years now that the 40-plus market is ignored on the high street. There isn't one wonderful place that really understands my age group.
But are we talking about affordable?
Yes. I want a partner, and that's why I'm talking to you, who will say, actually, we could produce this with you.
The problem with us, we couldn't do it budget.
Why could you not do it?
Because we're already working on next autumn 11.
My dream of opening a shop this year is fading fast.
It's not what I needed. I need a backer. I need someone to say, I'll make this for you.
I'm running out of options.
John. God, I thought I was busy trying to get a hold of you.
Then, after months of hustling, one of Britain's biggest department stores wants to talk.
It's a great idea. Come on, guys. Are you playing ball or not? Simple as that.
After a 2-hour meeting, there's a glimmer of hope.
Oh, I feel exhausted, do you?
I do.
They're really seriously considering it. But, I mean, this is now 6 months into my journey, and the first time I've had someone really seriously considering this offer.
Now, all we can do is wait. Two weeks later, I'm out of the country when I get an urgent phone call from Peter.
They have agreed to give you between 1,200 and 2,000 square feet. First of all, in their most premium store, which is Oxford Street.
Oh, my God.
To just literally stock it once is about £500,000 worth of stock. Really bought into it. And the really great
amazing. That's amazing. I mean, what incredible news. I just, you know, I know that this is what women want. I just know it.
Finally, I've got what I wanted. I'm in business with a national chain that has 61 stores across the country.
This is the fun bit. I'm kind of grinning and excited. Because once you start to look at the space, this becomes real, and then you can start to really be creative and motivated and inspired. Here we are.
House of Fraser's flagship is on Oxford Street. It has a royal warrant for household goods, and now it's home to my department.
I have to tell you, there's a smell of a department store that is like nothing else in the world. There's just a great kind of energy and a smell. It just feels fantastic, you know? Really exciting.
I'm here to meet my new boss, CEO John King. He produced record profits last year, and he'll be expecting me to boost his bottom line.
The biggest space we've handed over is 2,000 square feet, so this is a first for us in terms of the scale, and we'll expect Mary Space to take at least £2 million in its first year. We're going to have to put our money where Mary's mouth is, in many respects.
Mr. King, is this going to be my entrance?
Mary Portis, how are you? Great to see you. You well?
Yeah, you.
Great to see you.
Fantastic.
It goes all the way back to the Calvin Klein wall, but then you have to imagine, you know, this space gone, that space gone, that back
Amazing.
there. You'll come back to that wall there. So if you imagine, you walk in here and you've got all this space. But in terms of performance, because this is a business partnership...
No, of course it's a business partnership. What are we talking about?
We need to take $2 million here
Yes.
first year. And that's what we've got to deliver here. Because to rent this space on Oxford Street would cost you in excess of £750,000. And, you know, if we can't make it work here...
Oh, God, I might as well pack up now, and you better follow me as well.
I'll put something else in here.
Oh, yeah, you'll be all right. Just say goodbye to me. It's daunting on the figures, but I have to think about the vision and how I can just be free to create this. And then once I've launched it, we'll worry about the figures, you know. Every week. It'll be like that. That will happen, let me tell you.
This is a new type of venture for Mary. It's the first time that she's putting her name above the door, so to speak, of a large proposition. So there's a lot to deliver. Yeah, she'd go from the Queenie shops to the, not even the Princess shops fairly quickly, couldn't she?
I've joined forces with veteran of the High Street House of Fraser. I opened my own department in August.
I want them to, the minute they walk in, to feel, wow.
Just 6 months to design my collections, recruit staff and create my shop space. It's going to be on the 3rd floor. But I've got a sinking feeling.
What do you think? I won't be doing these. My collection. I can't believe I have gone back 50 years. Take a lilac dress, then you put a lilac belt round it, and then you have a lilac jacket. There'll be a lilac matching fascinator with a matching lilac handbag.
It seems my department will be amongst the florals and the feathers of long-established concessions, all battling it out for pennies and pounds.
It's the classics floor, really. I mean, it's an older customer. I mean, you do get younger customers as well, but they would be 50s, 60s, 65s, you know.
We're selling a dream. Cocktail parties, afternoon garden parties, summer balls, the proms. Matching fascinators, which are very popular at the moment, sold out completely for Ascot. Bags and shoes will always be a woman's best friend. And anything with embellishment, so anything that catches the light, a little bit of bling. Evening wear, good afternoon.
Spencer's department does a roaring trade. He's clearly the man to beat.
So what do? Do you advise on the women's department? Or?
I basically just look after the evening wear department and look after the rest of the floor.
What's it like? Have you seen a big change over the last 15 years in women's fashion line?
Swings and roundabouts, really.
You've got the campus department, haven't you?
I think so. It's colour.
Well, I'll be seeing you when I move in.
Do.
When is she moving in? August. Is she? That'll be competition then. For us, probably. Yeah.
This has to all change. I'm sure it will. It has to. That's what will happen. You'll have me over in the corner doing my own thing. And Lilac Lil in the corner over here.
I need to get started, and customer service is top of my agenda. I've criticised chains that get it wrong, so I can't afford for mine to be anything less than brilliant.
I want to recruit really, really passionate, hard-working, enthusiastic, clever and a bit sassy sales staff, you know? I mean, I think it's really important that I start looking from within House of Fraser, first of all, before I start putting ads outside, because I think that sends out the right message, you know? This is me being part of your business. Do you want to come and join me?
Morning.
that's my meeting.
The store manager has assembled all the staff, but then he's used to rounding up his troops.
I mean, I started off in the military. I've still got strong military connections, and you know, I was in the parachute regiment, and it was a long, long time ago. I'm a different animal from what I was 20 years ago, that's for sure.
Oh my God! Mary needs you. It's brilliant.
Morning, everybody. Morning. Today, I'm really pleased to say we're going into partnership with a new brand partner. Do you remember last September we launched Biba? You know, within 3 weeks, Biba had become the biggest women's wear brand in the store. So we're hoping, and no pressure to this brand partner now, that she's going to not just exceed that, but double what we did last September, OK? So I'm going to hand you over now to Mary Portis, our new brand specialist.
That's a bit of a scary start to my Monday morning. I want to create a shop where you don't see elasticated waists, you won't see a shade of lilac. It'll probably be the sexiest, most contemporary shop on Oxford Street. I'm looking for people who will come and work with me. There's really key things that I will be asking of you. Number one, that you're happy. I don't want any grumpy faces in my department, and I mean that. So, we're going to have passionate stylists in there, supported by runners. It'll be fun and it'll be sexy. Anyone who wants to join me, please do apply, because I will be looking for staff.
Hi, Mary.
Morning.
Hi. How many existing staff will you be taking on from the store?
As many as apply. I mean, I will be looking for the right people, and that's important. So for me, prioritising is for House of Fraser staff, and if I can't find them within here, then I'll have to go outside. Where do you work?
I work on the 3rd floor. I manage Austin Reed Group.
Oh, I see. Yeah. My neighbours.
Yes.
Might be coming around for a cup of sugar.
She wants stylists, she wants runners, people to run around for the stylists and all that sort of stuff. So, I mean, it's going to be fascinating to see how it all pans out. Really, really fascinating.
What do you think about all that?
I think it's lunacy, to be honest.
I think my plans are pretty tame compared to House of Fraser's.
From this morning, we start knocking the 2nd and 3rd floor down and basically rebuilding it from the start, OK? Everything's coming down. The walls, new flooring, new lighting. By the end of it, you won't even recognise it. That will impact on the women's wear team. The key to the project is to work with each other, support each other, and be really understanding of those who are going through quite a huge amount of change, OK?
House of Fraser's modernisation of women's wear has sent a tremor through the department.
If it so happens that we will be leaving, then it will be, you know, 13 jobs, really, that are lost here, but maybe not. Who knows?
Are you staying or are you going? Or what?
We don't know. Wait and see how, but they don't tell us anything until the last minute, so don't know.
There's a bigger picture here, you know. There's going to be changes. Everybody's redoing the shop floor. House of Fraser doing the whole floor. So some departments are going. That means that some staff are going. So that's difficult, you know. But at the same time, I've got this feeling that, well, if they're not going to be in work, then, you know, you feel I really should give them an opportunity. But it's a difficult one because I want to give them an opportunity, but I also want them to be the right people. So I'm feeling a bit, at the moment, not as straightforward as I thought it was going to be, let's put it that way.
For years, women have been writing to me about their experiences on the high street. Now, I want their feedback on my shop.
I can develop the concept and the ideas, but I need to benchmark it, and I need a team of women to kind of keep myself grounded that I'm taking it in the right way.
And I've enlisted a real mixed bag.
Lovely, smiley face, probably out in the country. She doesn't have a great selection of shops there, so she buys mail order. The epitome, Parish Prada. She likes flaunting her stuff, but I'm not sure it's the right stuff. She's a good-looking woman, and that is, no, you are not your daughter. Always smartly and beautifully turned out, but the dress has to match the shoes. Cautious coordinator.
This woman's totally covered herself up completely. She looks like she'll give me a right old run for my money as well.
I'm interested to know what they make of some of the women's wear at House of Fraser.
Well, I think Mary said it's on the third floor.
I think that's what she did say, actually, the third floor.
I actually want them to rifle through the rails for clothes that turn them off.
I wonder who some of these clothes are designed for. You'd look like a big, fat, chewy Quality Street in it, wouldn't you? Waiting to be unwrapped. And that sort of thing would just make all your fat hang over the top, wouldn't it? So you wouldn't know what was back fat or bust.
I'm really interested to know what they wouldn't be seen dead in.
Ta-da! With all the sequins and the glitter and the sparkle.
So what's here now is a lot of sleeveless little numbers, some nice fabrics. They're great for a sort of office for the 20-something, but I wouldn't be able to fit my chest into most of these things.
What's that? That looks like the sort of thing where you've got nothing to wear and you rush upstairs and you get hold of the duvet cover that's in the spare room and you rip it up and you turn it into a dress.
If Mary's stuff fits into this, then she has a problem, really. The whole point of Mary's collection is it should not. It should be on a different planet.
I'm meeting the women's wear team from House of Fraser today to discuss my department. I've got a clear idea of what I want, but it will mean creating a collection from scratch.
What I really want to do with this is to create a new code of dressing for women that I know will make them feel confident and fabulous. I really do like the system of dressing that each season you start with the 7 easy pieces. The trouser, the jacket, the jersey, the shirt. Your foundation pieces for dressing just means that you can go out with confidence.
I've been helped by my partner, Melanie.
OK, this is, I just thought something...
Love that, love that.
Like something, you know, I'm not saying go completely away from...
She's a fashion journalist, and together we've developed the key pieces to show House of Fraser.
Can I just say it's 10 to 2. We are meant to be starting our biggest meeting at 2. I do not want to be the one who's always pushing people around. This is really, really important. It's got my name in the label. I'm not going to compromise.
But I fear House of Fraser have a different agenda.
It's a little bit worrying because we're very late with it now, so we need to rely on Mary to make some decisions today and stick to them, not change her mind, so that we can go with it.
Hi, guys.
Now, we've got a whole load of stuff to just talk to you about.
Brilliant.
Just download information, because we do need to make decisions today. So.
Yes.
What we did was we put around the wall all the house brands that we feel are important for your mat, which is Pied à Terre, Bieber, little bit of Linear.
But you need to tell us if that's right or not.
What is the window for that?
Well, the windows now, really. If we particularly like together that colour and that wool, it might be that actually you don't like that particular one because of the pockets, so we can change that silhouette, but we have to do that now.
But merely tweaking ready-made collections is not what I've got in mind.
What I want to do, and where this starts to get different, is that I want to create this new kind of style.
So how many options is that?
Let me show you. I love that shirt shape there. I just think that is just stunning and beautiful.
Yeah, we've got a couple of pussy bow blouses.
So whilst the trend is totally right, I would wear the cuff that much longer and the sleeve much bigger and voluptuous. The other non-negotiables, I'm obsessed by the shift dress, this shape, which is so simple to wear. I love that just statement coat there, the jacket. I honestly don't mind, Steph. If I had one rail, these are the ones that I would have.
That's absolutely feasible. But the best way maybe is to sit down with a designer and create it there and then.
Such a big expectation, isn't it? I literally had that 3 o'clock moment from 3 to 5 thinking, OMG.
I'm just anxious that we do it in a timely fashion so we can get on with the launch.
Because if not?
Because we can't sell fresh air, so we need to have product ready to go.
After hours wrangling, we agree to produce my 7 easy pieces from scratch. I know it's a result, but I'm still anxious.
I thought this was my first stage, and this is my inspiration, this is what I love, and No, we need that
I thought you
now.
were all colour and shape and blues, and I see taupes.
Nothing will go into that shop unless it's right, and even if I have to have 3 rails, you know? Oh, look at that, numbers in there. Why didn't we do that? If I'd have got some samples from that first off. Oh, if I'd have been in there first, we'd have had this done like that.
In 4 months' time, I launch my shop at House of Fraser. I want to offer a sexy alternative to grown-up women, but I need to get this right.
I've never put my name above the door. I even didn't call my agency my name. Well, I'm ready to be judged, and I will be judged. There's no 2 ways about it. I will be judged.
Customer service is where I'll face the toughest scrutiny. So I made a big announcement at House of Fraser to hundreds of staff, and I'm expecting a big response.
Bye. It seems astonishing I've had 1 applicant from House of Fraser, 1. I do feel a bit disappointed. You know, I thought in my egotistical way I'd be inundated, but I'm certainly not 1 person's applied. Not 1.
Hi, Mary!
So what are you up to? Having your little lunch break?
Yes.
I've not had a brilliant response. I thought I'd be inundated from people from House of Fraser, but I've not.
Really?
You must know why. Do you think people are a bit scared of me?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're a little bit scared of you. I think they feel they're going to have to deliver a lot for you, and that they probably don't find that they would be up to that challenge. I've applied because we have been given notice, the 3 concessions that I run. Come mid-September, I'll be out of a job. I'll be made redundant if there's nothing for me within my company.
After how many years? 22 years of that company?
I know. Yeah.
Have you asked her whether there's any other jobs in the business?
Well, I know there isn't. If nothing happens, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Nothing comes of it, but yeah.
She's been running those departments for 17 years, and that's gone. So I think there's kind of a moral obligation, I think, to prioritise her. I just do.
I feel like Billy No Mates. I need to drum up interest fast. Under Amanda Brett's management, Bieber is the store's most successful brand.
I have no qualms about knitting, where they're good. Hi.
Hi.
I hear you run a hot department here.
I do run a hot department.
And you've made it the best-selling?
Yes, and the staff are amazing. The staff here, I'm really proud of the staff more than anything.
Well, this looks great. So are you interested in applying?
Yeah, I've only just come back from holiday, so I'm extremely... I went to Crete.
Yeah, so you're extremely what?
Interested.
Yeah.
But I just need to get my head around it because I've literally just come back from holiday.
Well, I want to see your application.
OK, thank you.
Don't just pay me lip service,
No, I
because I'll
won't.
come and find you. No, I need just a good energy, only if you really love the idea of it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course, I understand that. Thank you.
Having had such an underwhelming response, I've decided to spread the net wider.
Oh, whoa, 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 bring it through, bring it through. Oh, is it the ad?
And I'm going national.
Ta-da! That is good. Do you think it reads well?
Very, very well.
First and foremost, you've got to be happy and care about what you do. I know people think I'm a bit mad when I talk about that, but that happy thing is so important to me. I surround myself by happy staff. I mean, they might go home and kill themselves. Nevertheless, when they're with me, they're happy. And then they make you feel happy, and this great kind of energy happens. And I hope that happens in my shop. I think it's good.
It's back to the drawing board with my collection. Along with my team, I'm going to create the designs.
I like that, the femininity of that, and it's all got edge. I think really beautifully.
I love in this. This is how I do live my life. That is how I dress, and I love this whole range that you're starting in here.
I don't want to rush the pieces into production, so I've asked House of Fraser for more time.
What I would like to have is, let's say by the end of next week, I'd like to know what colours, what styles, what print theme you want the range to be.
Okay. No, I think it's much better. I'd rather keep the collection small and get this absolutely perfectly right. Yeah.
So I've got the green light, but it's now down to me to deliver, and I might just live to regret it.
I think she has no idea, no concept of what it's like to be this shape, because she's so sort of model-like herself.
Unbeknown to me, the women I enlisted for feedback are hatching a plan.
What I'd like her to do is design something that looks good in our shape, and then she can scale it down to a size 8. Sorry, darling. Don't mention I'm a lesbian.
Did I mention I'm not? As you get older, you develop a thickening of the waist and your body does drop a bit, unless you're Madonna and you can go to the gym every single day. But, you know, real women in real life can't.
This is who you're actually designing for, not the little stick girls. Right, I'm going to be very careful.
It's just digging in my neck a little bit.
Sorry, it's a very awkward angle.
Thank you. I look like Bubbles DeVere off Little Britain, don't I, darling?
Just arrived for you.
Katie, do you know what these are? Dear Mary, I hope you like these dummies. What I would like you to do is use these as your muses. Is this a joke? If you can create a design that makes these figures stylish and shapely while adhering to standard measurements, I think you'll be onto something. Is she having... Is this Penn's body? This is Penn's body. It is difficult. There's no two ways about it. Looking at that is scary. That is scary and it's difficult. But that's the women's bodies I now need to deal with. And, you know, I am not a designer. I know what great fashion is, but I'm not a designer that understands cut, and that's about getting the right cut and shape. No two ways about it.
I'm out of my depth. If I'm going to succeed where the high street has failed, I don't think I can pull this off alone.
I need the hands of a real sophisticated designer. Tony?
Hello.
Tony, it's Mary. Portus.
How are you, darling?
I'm phoning top British designer Antonio Berardi. He made mine and Melanie's wedding dresses. Antonio's clothes enhance women's bodies. He is master of the cut, but he doesn't do high street.
I'm opening a shop in House of Fraser, and it's for, I'm calling it Mary, for women. And really looking at the fact that most women in this country, 50% are over 40. Now, I just wondered in what possible way you could help me on it. Even if it's just a few meetings where you can look at the cut and go, this is what women's body's about. These women, you know what, Tony, they're crying out to be put into something that understands their body.
Darling, I will do it because I believe in it and because I think it's a brilliant idea and I'll do it for you.
I'm glad because honestly I feel so, I don't know why I'm getting upset, but it's just so difficult doing this.
You're doing an amazing job, and at the end of the day, if I can be part of it, then I'm just proud to be.
He's the first person between you and I who's gone, I get this. I've knocked on every damn door, and it takes one of the best designers in the world to go, I get your vision, and I'll do it for you.
And that's not my only good news. There's been a big response to my job ad. Hundreds of people have applied.
Travelled down from Glasgow. My heart's totally in my mouth at the moment.
Just thought life's too short to be stuck in an office doing something I don't really enjoy anymore.
I want to find 12 staff to work on my shop floor.
The more I shop fashion shops, the more disappointed I get with these anal fashionistas who just aren't happy with selling. They're just interested in fashion. So they think being in a fashion shop's that. I want people that will just smile and make you feel happy to be there.
The applicants will be put through their paces so we can whittle them down to a shortlist. I want to see how they interact with proper grown-up women.
I've only got 20 minutes.
Okay.
So what I'd really like is, I'd like a really nice dress.
Are there any colours that you like particularly, or
Orange?
you don't like? That's the trend at the moment, so perhaps we can have a look at that.
Okay.
Good. She's got it, you know, because she's given her, you know, that's a tough customer there. She's given her a hard time and she's dealing with it. Nice, easy manner, you know, and asking the right questions, telling her what's on trend. Orange is on trend this season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Do you think it fits me well, or...?
Yeah, I think it's okay. Let's have a look. You know, we've all got bits that we like to show, and,
Yeah.
and yours is definitely the top part, and that looks great, that dress at the top.
As approaches go, it's not the most tactful.
Can I take my
Get a bit hot, yeah.
Thank you.
You're very fit. Do you work out, Leslie?
No. I do the housework, clean the baths for the husband, so keeps me fit.
Doesn't he clean his own bath?
No, he's Japanese. He doesn't really like cleaning baths, so...
You know, I defy anybody not to love meeting Leslie. It's just whether or not she has the talent. Having said that, she can style herself. But she is a bit bonkers. There's no two ways about it. But I do like her.
But there's a lot to see before I make up my mind. And the applicants are flooding in. And Mark has flooded in from Windsor.
Where do you get your clothes normally from?
All over the shop, everywhere.
What's with the haircut? Who cuts your hair? Just seen the back of it. What is that hanging down there?
I love that.
You love that? What is that? Is that what makes you just love that bit? So that'll go and that'll go.
I'm not afraid to change.
I can see that. I can see that.
Alongside the newcomers are some familiar faces.
It's a little bit, isn't it? How long is it since I've been for an interview? I mean, I haven't really, because I've been so long with my company.
Okay, I think that's a bit dressy as well.
The aim of the exercise is I want you to demonstrate to me your style and flair for fashion.
I want to see how the applicants will pull together an outfit for someone my age.
Yes, our client came in looking for an outfit. She was going to a wedding, a summer wedding.
So we decided to put a jacket with the dress, colour blue for the fascinator, which picks up on the blue of the dress.
Get rid of that fascinator, because I would never have that in my shop. Ever. What did you put in, Siobhan? You chose the
fascinator.
Mother of the bride. Amanda, would you dress me in that?
No.
No. God, no. I don't know if you God, no.
No.
God, no. I'm 50.
No.
You've got to put it back. I'm going to go away and you're going to come back with what you really think, OK? I know it's tough, but just come back and do it again, because I actually like your energy, girls, and I just think you've got that very wrong, OK?
Right, that's fine. Shall we look at the clothes and then choose what we're going to do?
Absolutely.
They weren't there.
So I've got Amanda I wanted to get back because it was terrible, the outfit, but I like her. I like her energy and I like her sassiness. Siobhan was terrible. She kept getting the fascinator out and trying to explain even more reasons why she had the fascinator with it. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Onwards and upwards.
That's quite you could wear with jeans. And you could stick a nice...
Oh, he's got the back of the hair.
You cut it off.
I did, because I heard what you said, Mary. And I thought I'd say I could make a change.
Good for you. Fight training. Wouldn't you have him 20 times over?
That's amazing. It's in an hour. He's done that in an hour.
So we went for a slight nautical look, being summer. So we thought we could take it a bit more towards an old lady that could be...
Wrong. Get to the back of the queue. An old lady. You were just...
More mature lady, Mary.
It's even worse. You were going so far up the step ladder then, wasn't it? And you've just gone down. Do you know snakes and ladders? Snakes and ladders. You've just gone right back down again. So move over and we will think about this.
And now it's time for Siobhan and Amanda's second chance.
Where's Siobhan's room?
It's gone now.
Oh, no, it seems someone has sent them away.
Why have they gone? Who's walked out? They had enough. Who's managing this? They got it wrong. I gave them another time.
Alison Bruce and Mary's not seen yet, though.
No.
Seen them all? She's seen them all, yeah?
Mary's definitely seen them all.
I had, Linda. I've been trying to get my head around the people and get their energies out properly.
Why don't we get the pictures of the people in that group then?
Is there any left? Because I'll go and point in the rooms, the ones that I like so far.
Gone. You've done all the rooms.
I know I've done all the rooms, Anthony. You know, this is me choosing these staff.
Absolutely.
Right, and I have to feel that... I said to them, I'll come back and I'll give you... And then they were gone, they were sent. Now...
I think the message somehow wasn't clear, so they didn't go, so...
It's too late to get them back, but I'm determined Siobhan will be on the shortlist. Planning my first shop has been a hard slog, but things have finally started to happen. We've had first samples produced of my 7 easy pieces range. The perfect jacket.
Every woman should have this in her wardrobe. It's beautiful, Alison, it's beautiful.
Trouser.
That should be really tight to the ankle.
Shirts.
How good is that?
And my favourite, dresses.
The no-brainer, Mel? Perfect, huh? Yeah.
I love them, but obviously what matters to House of Fraser is how much I will sell, and John King has yet to see them.
So these shirts I'm going to do in...
Great prints.
Isn't that just gorgeous? And that's going to come out and retail at £95.
That's a great price.
Really beautiful.
This is all the fun stuff and choosing the colours and the fabrics and putting it together and the looks. Then there comes the point where you've got to say, right, now we have to turn it into a business. This is a business. You know, we've invested in it. You know, we've invested in you. You know, we want it to take... It's got to take $2 million in its first year. You're only going to have to sell about 400, 500 a week. That's the kind of scale of it.
Only.
Yeah.
That's massive, right?
It's big. That's big. That's as big, almost as big as Bieber.
That is scary numbers, then. That is scary.
400 of each.
Yes, yes. Oh. Right,
Yeah.
now I get it. It's getting a bit hot out here now. Now someone open the window.
Okay.
All right,
Great.
see you later.
Good stuff.
Thanks.
See you soon.
He's asking me to go from 0 to top best-selling department in the store. Most brands start off, you know, loss-making first year, break-even second, profit third. I've got to make the highest numbers in the store in the first season. It's a recession as well. Who has that? Oh, let's launch a new brand and be the bestseller in the store in a recession.
Also, they say 95% of new businesses fail within their first year.
There's a rule that you have in business,
So,
Richard,
what I
that
meant to
you
say was 5% of new businesses.
motivate and inspire the boss. You do not give her any more problems.
To make that kind of money, it'll take more than a good collection. I need an excellent team to sell it. We've whittled 100 applicants down to a shortlist, and now I'm going to pick my final 12.
The thing that this comes down to is who, when you're going shopping, do you want to meet in a shop? The people that care, the people with characters, the people with that little something extra. Just tell me why you are the right person, OK? This is about you telling me about you.
There's a lot to get through, but this is my final opportunity to really suss people out.
Marky Mark, talk to me. Hello. You're out of work at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Did you leave it or were you kicked? Honest? 'Cause I'll
Honestly,
find
no,
out.
honestly, I left.
Why did you leave?
I had a disciplinary there.
What did you do, Mark?
I wasn't actually at the shop at the time, but they'd left some rubbish in those corridors at the back, and as I was the manager in charge, even though I wasn't in the store, I was disciplined for that.
What happens if I give you a hard time? Because I will give you a hard time.
You know, I've learnt my lesson now from it. I should have probably sorted it out a bit better than I did.
3 words that sum you up, Mark.
Me?
Yeah.
Lively, enthusiastic, and approachable.
I was a bit unfair there, so I think, you know, I still like him.
I believe in giving people second chances, so Siobhan is back, and this is her chance to redeem herself.
Siobhan, talk to me.
My customer she's the modern classic. She's probably different to, you know, your target customer, but I think it would be great if you could maybe incorporate her into your collection and then bridge the gap between the two.
What?
And it could be a winner.
You having a laugh, Siobhan? Was this a
Am
laugh?
I?
Or is it being serious? I don't know.
I'm not. It's like, for example, a fascinator. I mean,
I remember that
know
fascinator.
that you would never wear a fascinator. I've never worn a fascinator, but they're selling like hotcakes. It's what the customers are wanting, you know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
I really like Siobhan, but I don't think she gets me, and there's lots of other people here that do.
Talk about why you're successful in that
I
department.
think it's finding out from a customer about who they are and then dressing them from that. Probably what can I give? Energy, personality. I'm very good with my team.
Good girl.
See you later.
See you later. Bye. She's lovely.
She's lovely. She's really sweet.
Sure, Leslie Jane, to tell me why you're the perfect person to come and work in my shop.
I think I'm good with people. It would certainly be an experience with me. Obviously, I'd like to sell some stuff to them, but
That's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're in
I
the
know,
shop, Leslie. You've got to sell the clothes. Tell me 3 words that you think sums up your personality, Leslie.
I'm not quite the ticket.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know what, Leslie Jean?
You're fantastic.
You are fabulous.
Cheers.
You just make me smile and happy. And either if you make me happy, you'll make a lot of customers happy.
Bye.
Bye, darling. Bye. Bye.
If she doesn't go through, I'm resigning, don't I?
We're done. And I really believe I've seen people today that will give my shop the edge over the rest of the high street.
That was a marathon, you know, but I think we got there. Amanda Brett is going to be my manager. I think she'll be really good knowing how House of Fraser works and also working alongside me. Tick, 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 great stylist they're in. He's in, Mark, by the skin of his teeth. He was a bit flaky, but I don't know, there's something about him that I just think has talent. Leslie, what a personality. You know, we've got to take a risk, and if I love her like that, I just know the customers will. And sadly not Siobhan. I can't see how she'll fit into my shop. But in all honesty, I don't think she does either.
Next week...
Is this it? It does feel big, doesn't it?
Expected it to be a little bit more sort of on the lavish side.
Look at Spencer's face.
Why do you hate that?
Because the body that's underneath this is better than this dress.
This should take at least 3 million.
The numbers go up every time I see him. If I were you, wanting to impress me, I'd have been on that platform 40 minutes early.
These are your team. You have to lead.
She doesn't dress like that. She dresses a bit edgy.
I can't listen anymore. The Mary Express lift, so you don't have to stop off. How lush is this? Oh, I've got my own button as well.
For your chance to be styled by one of Mary's team and win £250 worth of a new collection, go to channel4.com/Mary, where you can also find all the terms and conditions. The competition closes at midday on the 19th of October and age restrictions apply. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, is there such a thing as Too Much Space, a barn conversion with a difference in grand designs. Next, though, it's Shameless.